So Jumbo, my granddad, he was named after an elephant, and their family created the Beatles. So he's my granddad, and he owned all the hotels as well in England, and he owned the Ritz Hotel, for instance, and he was very posh, a really nice guy. One of his relatives was Arthur Scargill, and another one was Churchill, Winston Churchill, and Jumbo owned all the hotels in England and America. In fact, the world. Just for now, we just talk about the British side, and the American side. So Jumbo owned a Ritz hotel, for instance. Princess Diana found out about me and who I was when I was working in the film industry in about 1997. I've been working there about 3 or 4 years, and then Diana, I heard that Diana had caught who and where I was, and she found out, she knows about Jumbo. Jumbo is the head king, right? So we're the royal family, and he owns all the hotels. And Princess Diana knows that I'm Jumbo's family, and she was in the Ritz Hotel shortly before she died to tell her fans that the royal family owned these hotels, right? But it was stolen by a gay community, right? Now, so all the hotels were stolen off the Queen's people, and now it's owned by, the farming industry, which is turning everyone black because you're too slim for anal sex. And they've stolen everything off Jumbo. Jumbo was a womanizer. He loved women. He's just like me. He's just like you. He's like everyone, unless you're in a jail made by a gay, right? Okay, so he liked women, and then they stole the whole hotels off him because he liked women. Jumbo is a king. And those are his hotels. Princess Diana was at the Ritz Hotel to say, listen, these hotels are owned by Jumbo, the royal family. Right? Now, and then she was killed shortly afterwards. And guess who buy? The hotels that were stolen. So all the hotels in London, for instance, are owned by Jumbo, who's a king. And you'll notice that a lot of the hotels there are named after Jumbo's family, like Alexander. We've got Piers. We've got the Max hotels. I'm called Max. We've got my girlfriend, my wife rather, the Pilgrim hotels. And it goes on like that. And that's the hotels throughout America, England, and Europe. So all the hotels are owned by Jumbo, and it was stolen by Mr. Cardboard, okay? And he thinks he owns those properties when he doesn't own them at all. He's stolen them. He's a gay paedophiles group, and he doesn't like Jumbo because he's going out of women. Okay, Jumbo's two sons, Ben and John, they adopted me, and they made me the next Jumbo. And Betty, who is Jumbo's wife, she also made me the next Jumbo. That means I own all the hotels. So in London you have the One Hotel, and that's named up, they call me their number one. And hotel is stolen off us by, the gay community, which is also mass immigration, anti-women this, anti-women that, and it just goes on and on and on. And actually they've stolen everything off Jumbo, and then off Sylvia too. I mean, Sylvia is in the central group that have stolen those assets, but she's handed it to me. She knows she loves Jumbo, and she's inside the enemy group. You see, so she's the woman's side of inside the hotels right now are some women who are co-running the hotels. Well, Sylvia is your mum, and she and you together are running that hotel side by side with an enemy who is attacking you constantly. Charlene Downs, like so many murders, right? So he's very vital to you as a woman owner of those hotels, right? So, uh, you know, and Sylvia, me and Sylvia, then she gave the hotels to me as well. So I own the hotels in a double whammy sort of way, if you know what I mean. Through Jumbo, he owns the hotels. Princess Diana was telling us that the royals own the hotels. And then Sylvia, she also owns the hotels. She's the head of the Architects Association. I've been to the Architects Association, a big party going on there, and they've done this because they're really pleased that Sylvia's handed it over to me, and not the previous guy who is Jack the Ripper. They know he's Jack the Ripper. They don't want him to be the head of all the properties and hotels. So they celebrate that I'm the head of hotels. But currently Jack the Ripper owns all the hotels, like the one hotel in London, all the hotels in Blackpool, LA and Beverly Hills. It's a gay community and they shouldn't be there. And they Mr. Cardboard. Yeah, so Sylvia is the head of the hotels along with Jumbo, but Jumbo had the hotel stolen of the king and queen's people. But then Sylvia is part of the family that have stolen the hotels, and it is a gay community. She's absolutely tired of them. She's now the head of the hotels, and then she's given it to Jumbo's grandson. So it's gone back to the royals basically, and she thinks it's where it should be. Right, and she's correct. You know, those are buildings down in London, incredible hotels created by British masons. You know, incredible artisans. You don't give that away easily, all right? So especially not to Mr. Cardboard. Okay, so Sylvia is the woman spokesman in the enemy side that own the hotels right now. So Sylvia is the woman's side of the hotels, and the women, and Sylvia has chosen the Sylvia has chosen me to own the hotels. That's a better deal for England actually, because what you got right now is the men in the hotels are bringing in mass immigration to rape your women by Africans and those that are clones of Africa, and they're doing African voodoo. Okay, that's a no girls allowed group homosexuality, very violent. Okay, so that's your hotel managers, the males. But me and Sylvia, we're very against this, yeah? And we actually represent all the women in the hotels right now, right? And they can fight back, you know, we're the streets too, and we're also with the police. So if any hotel manager organises a murder like Charlene Downs, then the women can come in, aka Sylvia and me, right? And chump that guy who's done that. Any of these hotel managers can get chumped for that, okay? And by the women and their supporters, women hotel owners and their supporters, you know, they're co-owners, the women, and you go and any of these hotel managers, they're all boasting they killed Charlene Downs. Sorry, yeah. So Jumbo owns all the hotels. He's a head king, and Princess Diana was telling her fans this, and that it had been stolen off us, and it's how for her fans to come in and take back those hotels off Mr. Cardboard. Okay, so Donald Trump right now, he's actually playing my part, and he's playing Jumbo's part, owner of all the hotels. He owns a lot of hotels, but he doesn't own all of them. He should be owning all the hotels in Beverly Hills, for instance. The most expensive hotels in Beverly Hills is owned by Jumbo. Jumbo, I know, used to spend his time in the Ritz Hotel quite a lot, and also the hotels in the north. He spent a lot of time in hotels. Now, in England, I own all the hotels, and the Mr. Cardboard that's stolen the hotels, he is extremely hostile to me, and we need to do something about this. So I created our new cards, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, here's a couple of pictures of Ben and John that are sons of Jumbo that owns all the hotels. Now Ben and John, they also own the hotels, and we had several meetings about how I own the hotels now too. We'd have these meetings in the hotels, like a really posh Holiday Inn in London, for instance. So and that John and Ben's hotels were stolen off him by homosexuals and Africans, and they've stolen the hotels. And they've stolen it off British people. The hotels are not belonging to British people anymore. I mean, the hotel managers look British, but they're clones of Africa that have stolen these buildings. They plan to trash them very soon as well. Okay, the hotels were literally snatched off Ben and John, my dad. Right, they're snatched off them by I don't know. I mean, I don't know words to put how to describe the people that have done that. They're very criminal. Let's put it that way. Okay, so all these hotels now owned by Mr. Cardboard, and he's making quite a lot of money from them. So does that make all their customers like prisoners in the real world? And the answer is definitely. All right, the guys that stole the hotels off Jumbo, who's named after an elephant, he's the hippies. He helped create the '60s and stuff like that, and women's liberation as well. Now, Jumbo had the hotel stolen off him by the gay community, that are also the Aborigine group. They're an Aborigine group, and they're like really overweight and giving it the large one, owning our hotels, making a lot of money, making us all homeless instead. My beautiful girlfriend Pilgrim, she's my wife. She's a Queen Pilgrim, and she's mum to all the people out there in Britain and America. Now, we've had the hotel stolen off us by Mr. Cardboard, who's also in the councils, and he's closing down the education system right now in Britain and America. Right now, he's stolen the hotels, Mr. Cardboard has. He's stolen it off me and Pilgrim. Pilgrim is being played by Taylor Swift right now. Taylor Swift is telling our story. Taylor Swift is Pilgrim, and Pilgrim owns the hotels. It's been stolen off her. Okay, so Donald Trump is actually playing Jumbo's part, the head of all the hotels, including the Ritz Hotel in London. So now I'm the next Jumbo, and me and my groups, we're going to be start taking back our hotels. I'm offering out cards to people who can use these cards at any hotel, and for a certain cost, they can use any hotel they want. Because it's Jumbo's hotel, and these cards are from Jumbo's company. Now, if we get declined, then we report this to America and Donald Trump fans, and they will go and take out and punish any hotel manager in America, and there's millions of hotels in America. So the hotel managers, wherever they are, they can't refuse entry. It's going to be too costly for them, too costly for the gay community, so they have to allow you entrance with one of my cards. When Donald Trump fans find out that the hotels are refusing them entry because they're connected to Donald Trump, what will Donald Trump fans think of these hotel managers? You see, the rules are they take them out. because they're stolen the hotels off Jumbo. You see, Jumbo is the head of all the hotels, whereas Donald Trump owns only a few. Right, it's still quite a lot, but however, he owns all the hotels. Now, it was stolen off him by the gay community. They've stolen Holiday Inn, all the well-known chain hotels have all been stolen, not owned by Donald Trump, and it should be owned by Donald Trump. Now, with my card, if you use them and if they get declined, then we go to Donald Trump fans and tell them they're declining Donald Trump that actually owns the hotels. Now, Donald Trump fans go and punish the hotel managers that are refusing them, and these hotel managers are all over America. So if you want a hotel card, I'm offering and selling hotel cards for £40 each, and you can stay at any hotel. And if you get declined, you just make a report on the email, and then that will all have to change. These cards that I'm creating can be used in any of Jumbo's hotels. He literally owns all the hotels around the world.